Howdy and hello, I'm OhDough. Hope you're doing good. Which premium Warbond is the best bang for your buck? I don't know. Let's go ahead and find out. Starting off with the Steel Veterans, we got the Liberator Concussive. 65 damage, 30 capacity, light armor pin. And it apparently stuns folks. Doesn't quite matter. It's one of the worst guns in the entire game. For 30 rounds, that damage does not look too good. The Senator is kind of cool. It's a pretty good sidearm, but sidearms aren't that crazy, so I'd say it's a good gun for what it's competing with. Armor, you got medium with servo assisted. Some folks like that. The next page, you got the Incendiary Grenade. This takes time to explode, but it's not a bad pickup. The Incendiary Breaker. If you're a dev, close your ears. One of the single best guns in the game. It is the best gun against bugs, and it feels fantastic to use. It's a great time. I wish we had more guns that did effects, maybe poison, maybe freeze to some effects. That stuff would be sick, but it wouldn't be as militaristic. Still would be cool. The Jar 5, the best gun for the bots, if you ask me. One shot's all Devastators, two shots Devastators to the leg and or other parts as well. It's freaking nice, and it also stuns them while shooting them, but it handles like a bus. Never drove one. I assume they handle kind of wild-like. And the booster is flexible reinforcement budget. Reduce the time until new reinforcements are granted. I wouldn't suggest using that. So the booster's kind of eh. It exists. A good sidearm and two amazing primaries. And a decent grenade. Booster kind of meh. Cutting Edge. Starting off from the first page. Cycle, as the elites call it. It's a pretty good gun. It fires a lot. You get roughly 99 shots until... You get 99 shots, and if you fire 100, you have to reload it, which is a very fast reload. But the cool thing is you can always have infinite ammo if you don't overheat, which is nice. Damage 55, fire limit 9. Localization Confusion. I still don't know what this does. I assume it makes it so breaches don't happen as often. People are saying it's a 15%, 30% decrease in how long... Increase in how much time you have between breaches. I still don't know. I'm sorry. Then there are armors medium with electrical conduit. So if you're using Tesla Tower, if you're using Arc Thrower, you won't die as easy to those things. But I kind of wish it would make it so you would do less damage to your teammates if using those weapons too. So electrical conduit provides 95% resistance to arc damage and 50% resistance to damage done to teammates with arc damage. Would be a nice thing. Next page, armor's gonna be the same thing all the way through. Stun grenades. These things are godsends against the bugs, the automatons. They're freaking insane. The best grenade in the game, if you ask me, because they work so well with so many things on so many monsters, and they get you out of situations that you otherwise just would die. I think stun grenades are nuts. Plasma Punisher. This thing's okay. It's okay. It's fun now. It's more fun now. When it first launched, it wasn't that crazy, but now it's a bit better. I still don't know where it kind of fits in, though, because the damage it takes to kill certain things is a lot. It looks like it has high damage. It takes a lot of shots to kill things, and it's kind of hard to aim with the headshots and whatnot. But skill issue, as folks say. Dagger, I think, is bad. But it does high damage, and you can fire it infinitely, because any beam gun, you can have infinite ammo if you don't overheat. I don't like it, though. Arc Blitzer. It's not bad. People like it. It's pretty good. It can one-shot brute commanders and whatnot. It does a lot of damage. It can hit multiple targets. You stun things when you hit them. So Arc Blitzer is a good gun. I do wish it had a little bit more fire rate. Maybe 60, even 75. Or we get a booster or a stratagem so we can dual-wield weapons. Primary and secondary. And also maybe hit bunkers and open that up. That's it already? Who knows? And that's the Warbond. Not too bad. I'd say that still Cutting Edge is better than most folks say it is. They write it off as being a bad Warbond. Not yet. We're getting there. Democratic Detonation. Thermite Grenade. You couldn't use this in the beginning unless you played solo or you're the host. Because there was a bug making it so dot damage wasn't applying, and thermites get the majority of their damage from the fire dot. That being said, these things, it takes a lot of them to kill stuff. It takes you around 3 to kill a charger in the exact same spot ish, same body part. 5 if you don't do it too well. For Battle Titans, it can take you 1 thermite and 1 anti-tank. It's very tough though, so I wouldn't call that consistent. It's nice you can do that. Still tough. And thermites, we'll say they're neat. because they're kind of finicky in the sense they can bounce off stuff, which feels bad. And against the automatons, if they took only 2 to kill a Hulk, they'd be really good. Because it takes 2 for Hulk and it takes 3 for tanks. The Adjudicator is not good. Sorry. It's just not good. 25 shots for 80 damage is just... look at the stats. That's not good. It can take you multiple shots to kill a Hunter, which is hilarious for how little shots you have, even though the gun says it's good against medium targets. Hunter is not medium. So if it's good against medium, why can't it kill a Hunter in less shots? Because the damage thresholds are not in a good place for most guns. That's why. So Adjudicator is not great, and the horizontal recoil is still atrocious, as far as I know. Armor, engineering kit, nothing crazy. Then we have another armor. This one's, I like it, just because it's lighter armor, and you have the armor passive for engineering kit as well, which is more grenades, and that's helpful at certain points. The booster, expert extraction pilot. As far as I know, you get 15% off of your extraction time. For me, what I've seen is it goes from 2 minutes to 140. That's not 50% like folks are saying it is, unless they buffed it, but I doubt it. Eruptor on launch had pretty cool stuff you could do. An exploit, you could one-shot chargers. That's an exploit, let's be real, guys. But the shrapnel was nice. Then they made a change where you would have ricochets happen, and shrapnel was killing folks, and that led to bad experiences. So then they removed the shrapnel, and now the gun does less damage overall, even though it was stated it would get an overall buff. Crossbow feels terrible now. It had explosion damage before. It still does. It had an explosion radius that was pretty big. And they basically removed that. I'm not sure why, but that's now gone. So the weapon itself, it seems like it has insane damage. It don't feel like it. When you shoot stuff, it don't really die in a meaningful amount of shots. And you only get 5 rounds per arrow clip thing. So it just feels bad. And the reload time is so slow. I will say this for basically most games I play. The best way to make a gun feel terrible is to make the reload time atrocious. Such a good way to make... you can make a gun that shoots good and does good damage feel awful with a fast or a longer reload time and also poor handling. Those two things can be unideal. And I'm saying that because apparently that's something they may embark on in terms of balancing. They may try and change recoil and stuff on certain things. And you can get away with it, but you gotta be careful. Grenade pistol. Absolutely the GOAT of secondaries because of utility. Nothing comes close because of utility. And the damage output's nuts too. 600 damage. You one-shot devastators to the face. You can kill factory striders in about 7 shots, I believe. You can combine damage from the grenade pistol with other weapons to kill certain things a bit quicker than you may think. That goes for tank towers, tanks, all kinds of stuff. And the utility for closing bug holes, closing factories. I know it sounds nuts, but that's for $10. The grenade pistol is worth it to me. That's kind of sad. I wouldn't say it's a good Warbond, though. The final premium bond as of May 10th, 2024 is the people's choice, the folks' favorite, Polar Patriots. It's one of the Warbonds of all time. Armor, nothing unique. There's no snow passives. Missed opportunity. A comment in a previous video said, what if you make it so you don't slide on ice and you have better vision during blizzards? Freaking perfect. That's awesome. Already a sick thing that doesn't conflict with other boosters we have at the moment. But instead we get servo assisted, which is unfortunate. The armor does look cool when you're wearing it. From the front, it looks kind of weird from the back. Booster, motivational shocks. I don't notice this. People are saying that you can maybe stack it with the muscle enhancement. I mean, maybe, but like, even by itself, I don't notice a difference. I think it should give you a speed boost when you get hit. That's just me, though. Like, maybe either a speed boost or prevent slows. What it does, by the way, allows all Helldivers to recover faster after being slowed by an attack. Hunters, the spit from Bile Spearers, and, well, they just kill you. Bile Titans, they'll slow you down with a massive splash radius. It would help with that. I barely notice it. All right. Tenderizer is it's one of the worst guns in the game. This is competing with the Concussive Liberator. 60 damage and 35 rounds per mag. Light armor pen. That's just not good. It's as if they're balancing guns towards trivial difficulty. The Pummeler. 65 damage, 45 round capacity, light armor pen, one-handed. Don't look too crazy, eh? It can stun stuff. That's his claim to fame right now. Folks are loving it. You can stun stalkers, brute commanders, hulks, chargers. What they don't tell you is how many shots it takes to kill them. The stun is nice. Don't get me wrong. The gun is definitely neat for having that alone. But how many shots did it take you to kill a brute commander? How many shots to kill a stalker? How many shots to kill a charger? So you can stun these things, but all the while you're saying, hey, yo, Billy Bob Jr., bring the bat and the shovel. I got another one. You need the homie to help you with these regular mobs that I could be killing a lot faster with a host of other guns. Now, if you enjoy the weapon, use it. If you enjoy any weapon that I'm saying isn't the greatest, use it. This, however, is neat. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's neat. A little overhyped, though. All right? Y'all need to calm down with the glazing. This ain't Krispy Kreme. Simmer down. Incendiary impact grenade. I like these. I want to see what lasts longer between the regular fire grenades and then this new impact fire grenade. Because this one has a fire effect that goes away seemingly pretty quickly. It looks as if what you see is on fire, but you can walk through it. You won't get set ablaze. Enemies chase you. They don't get set ablaze, and it makes you question things. At least I do. But maybe the other grenade's the exact same way. Purifier is a Scorcher if it had the Plasma Punisher's damage and it charged up like an arc thrower. 3 guns combined into 1 gun to give you not a single reason to use it that I can possibly think of. It feels awful to shoot in the first place. The damage is lackluster. Even though it looks good, when you shoot it, it feels terrible. What is going on here? It's got a medium armor pin. It don't feel like it. The explosion damage is noticeable, but the damage isn't. The Deagle, or I guess we call it the Verdict, is nice. If you want a more skillful Redeemer in a sense, run the Verdict. Polar Patriots has one thing going for it, the Incendiary Impact Grenade, and that isn't even good versus the bots since you lose 1 penetration level, going from 4 on the regular impact to 3 on the Instant Impact. I don't think that's worth $10, man. I really don't. And the guns aren't even that fun to use. The SMG is niche for folks that like the Riot Shield. That's cool. But it's better versus the bugs than it is the automatons. And the Riot Shield does nothing against the bugs. You're at a crossroads. It just doesn't make any sense. The guns do not make much sense. And the Purifier is probably the worst gun in the game. That is probably the worst gun in the game. At this rate, I would recommend they release less guns and make them more impactful. They have to be good. Not pay to win. They don't have to be better than Incendiary Breaker or Jar 5 or Scorcher, but they have to be worth using. These are not worth using. I'm not sure what their metrics are of a good gun. It seems as though they think Liberator is a good gun because the damage is kind of close to that. And the Tenderizer, what does that even do? That legit had the same damage as Liberator. I don't know, man. The Warbonds don't have to be the freaking craziest thing in the world because the real content is going to be stratagems. When we get new support weapons, those are bangers because they have so much usefulness. They can kill so many things, and that's fun. But primary weapons, they gotta be good at killing the trash mobs, the chaff. That's anything below heavies. So anything below Hulks and also Chargers are chaff, in my opinion. And primary weapons gotta be good at killing them, and these are not good at killing many things at all. Anywho, that's the video. Hopefully this helps you in your purchases of Warbonds, and I'm hoping for better Warbonds in the future. I would be down with more cosmetic focused Warbonds and maybe one good weapon, one good grenade. I'm down with that. And we almost need to have potentially upgrade systems because we already have guns that are essentially that. We have Breaker, Spray and Pray, Breaker, Instant Breaker, Liberator, Concussive Liberator. We have Knight, and now we have Concussive Knight because the new SMG is the Pummeler is the Knight SMG with Concussive Force. Just throwing it out there. Anywho, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Peace.